Privy, this is a story from Poland originally, carried away by the wind. A certain magician had become angry with a young peasant. The young peasant knew not why, and came to the hut where the peasant lived. As was the way of these things, the magician placed a curse by sticking a new and sharp knife under the threshold, repeating an incantation as he did so, and accompanied with this wish: may this peasant be seized and carried away by the wind into the air, there to remain 7 years. The next day, though the peasant resisted the sorcery, he fell prey to it regardless. His fingers slipped off of anything that he sought to grab a hold of to remain tethered to the earth. And borne as if on the wings of the wind, he flew among the clouds like a wild pigeon. He tried to grab things, grab at chimneys as he passed by. He was unable to do so, and he was carried up further into the sky. His cries for help went unheard. He could smell the smoke from the fires, in the hearths. He could smell the cooking, but he was unable to come to land. And so he was carried off. For 3 months, he flew through the sky. No food, no water, yet somehow living. I guess that is the nature of a curse. And he could even see his beloved at times as he passed through the air. But why should she look to the sky? Well, after 3 months, the sorcerer summoned the peasant and asked, have you suffered? Yes, I've suffered. Why are you doing this to me? I want to make sure that we are agreed that you have suffered. And you wish this to end. Yes, I would do anything for this to end. The peasant even tried to kneel in the air. And the wizard said, you will give me your sweetheart. I wish her for my wife. The peasant agreed. He was so desperate and so weak with hunger. And he knelt upon the ground and said, I will do what I can. I will do what I can. And he then went to his sweetheart's home. And there, before his father-in-law, he broke down in tears and explained what had happened to him and said that he must surrender any rights, any connection to his daughter, for she was to wed this magician. The father-in-law heard these words and said, come back in the morning. And the peasant agreed. He went to his hut and he fell into a deep slumber. The future father-in-law, meanwhile, took a coin and went to a witch. And the next day, when the peasant returned, the father said, now, you will go to this witch in the morning. And he did so. And the witch said, I have lifted the curse from you. And now I've placed a curse upon the magician. And she pointed in the air, and there the magician was flying in a nightshirt, completely helpless, unable to land. Evidently, her sorcery was better than his. And she said, please, go, wed your bride. Do you wish him to suffer? After these 3 months, yes, I wish him to suffer. That is good. And so, after the wedding, here's this couple, this newlywed couple, enjoying their happiness together. But outside the window, there was the magician. His foot was nailed to the windowsill, and he had to watch as they lived a happy life. Eventually he escaped, but then the witch's curse took over and carried him aloft into the air, and some say he's still up there flying. It was at the feast I heard this tale, there it was I drank mead ale. Though it flowed down my beard, my mouth stayed dry, for never a drop passed my lips, swear I.